If you like the following video, be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that stuff because it helps us and it also helps you guys know when we have videos being released. So without further ado, welcome back to NTV, where we uncover the secrets buried under decades of classified files and government denial. We're breaking down the newly released documentary, The Age of Disclosure, and this thing is shaking the foundations of what people think they knew about UFOs. Because this film doesn't just reveal sightings, it exposes visits, crashes, bodies, and a disinformation machine designed to silence the people trying to speak out, some of whom say they are now on death watch. Strap in, this is big. The Age of Disclosure has just come out and it's already being called one of the most groundbreaking UFO documentaries ever released. Its main speaker, Luis Elizondo, a decorated intelligence insider, openly says he's being watched, followed, and effectively placed on death watch after coming forward. What makes it so powerful is the credibility. These aren't just random people, they're veterans, officers, intelligence analysts, and military personnel with decades of service and medals and everything and experience, and they've been in wars, they've served their countries, and everything. And their stories connect. The documentary revisits Roswell, what a surprise, but with a deeper angle, supported by military historians and intelligence leaks. Now, from my own experience, Roswell may have involved two craft, both brought down around the 2nd of July 1947, likely after a lightning strike during a powerful New Mexico storms. Now make up your own ideas or like judgments, be critical of what happened. Something probably short-circuited or they hit each other, I don't know. Debris fields were miles apart. Recovery teams were moved instantly. Cover stories were issued before the public even knew what happened. And according to multiple insiders, including those interviewed in the film, bodies were recovered. Non-human bodies. Not rumors, not speculation, actual biological entities were transported under extreme secrecy. This, to my knowledge, was, I think, Wright-Patterson's Air Force Base, and maybe later Area 51. Roswell wasn't just a crash, it was the beginning of a hidden technological revolution. One of the most explosive revelations touches on the Holloman encounter in 1964. This was a visit. This wasn't a crash. In early 1964, at the Holloman Air Force facility, three objects, UFOs, silently appeared over the base. They moved with impossible control and precision. No sound, no exhaust, no wings. And one descended close enough for security teams to see its surface shimmer like liquid metal. And then a being emerged from one of the craft, a bit like the end of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Some say that movie was based upon this. Witnesses described it as a calm, observant, almost curious. It made no threats, it simply arrived. According to insiders, George Herbert Walker Bush, who was deeply involved in intelligence circles, I think he was the director of the CIA if I'm not mistaken, he was later briefed on Holloman due to its significance, but I don't think he was told much more. And obviously his son, Bush Jr., also knew about this, and in an interview on TV, he said that he can't speak about what he knows.
Through the secret files, the UFO documents. Because if I was president, that'd be the first thing I did.
I'm not telling you.
You're not telling me. You're not telling me what? Are you not telling me that you looked at them?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Flat out. This encounter was buried so quickly, and the personnel involved were completely silenced. One of the most well-documented patterns confirmed around the world and echoed again in the Age of Disclosure is that UFOs have repeatedly disabled nuclear weapons across US, Soviet, and NATO installations. Launch systems were shut down, warheads were decoupled, missiles went offline, entire bases froze under unknown external control, all without any human input. Military officers consistently described the same thing. UFOs appear, hover, point beams of light or energy towards silos, and nukes stop working. Whatever they are, they can neutralize our most dangerous weapons instantly, apparently. After Roswell in 1947, something major shifted inside the US government. A silent internal war began between the CIA, which was newly formed, I think it was September 1947, and seeking global intelligence dominance. And what a coincidence, it happened right after. And also the US Air Force had direct access to crash sites and incidences. Both wanted control of the UFO phenomenon. This battle resulted in black budget programs, compartmentalized research, aerospace secrecy cells, programs even presidents weren't fully briefed on. By the 1950s, the UFO issue had splintered into hidden factions inside the intelligence community. All of this stuff happened after there was like Pearl Harbor, there was Hiroshima, like Nagasaki. Man, is it a coincidence that these things appeared right after? I don't know. And there was a Republican who also mentioned something that they have proof of interdimensional beings lately. It's something to look out for. She's called Anna Paulina Luna. She said she has seen documented evidence, but this isn't in the documentary. The Age of Disclosure discusses the existence of a covert multinational UFO retrieval task force, a team that deploys globally to secure any non-human craft or materials. The team is composed of secret operations, kind of like special forces or mercenaries that travel from country to country without permission, intelligence officers, aerospace engineers, allied foreign units, and their job is simple: retrieve, contain, silence. They have responded to cases in the Americas, Europe, Middle East, the Arctic, remote ocean regions, and yes, according to insiders, they have recovered bodies.
What's going on? Will somebody please tell me what's going on?
You lied to me.
The film dives deep into the physics-defying abilities of these objects, or UFOs. Recovered craft reportedly use gravity manipulation, vacuum or zero-point energy systems, non-traditional propulsion, transmedium capability, like Bird mentioned in our other video, moving through air, water, and space effortlessly, materials that repair themselves, power sources that dwarf anything we have. Imagine a craft traveling from 80,000 feet to sea level instantly, just like that, or entering the ocean at supersonic speeds with zero resistance. Also, doing right angle turns on a whim. Engineers say the technology is so far beyond us, we might as well be studying magic. Reverse engineering efforts have been underway for decades, and they are the real heart of secrecy. A lot of physicists who try and reverse engineer these crafts try and reason, based on our own current understanding of physics, how to explain things that we ourselves have not even discovered or invented yet, which makes no sense. Apparently, they're very adamant on their own ways, very stubborn. They're not very open-minded. A coordinated disinformation narrative was created to mock witnesses. Whoever mentions UFOs or aliens is mocked. That is the narrative. Even if they ask the question, their credibility is destroyed. We know that, like with Air Force pilots who have seen things but are too afraid to speak out. Or apparently they write non-disclosure forms for the US government, but they have to tick a box. They have to sign that they cannot speak about any of this. Black budget PSYOPs teams, intelligence branches, and even media partners were used to paint anyone who spoke out as crazy, confused, or lying. And when someone gets too close, like the documentary's main speaker, they are targeted, threatened, and in some cases placed on death watch. This isn't paranoia, it's documented history. So why come forward now? Because insiders believe disclosure is no longer a matter of if, but when. Too many leaks, too many sightings, too many decorated officials risking everything. The Age of Disclosure is more than a documentary. It's a signal, a warning, and a final push before the truth becomes undeniable. Here at NTV, we will continue to follow every lead, every whistleblower, and every breakthrough, because the Age of Disclosure isn't coming. It's already here. It's important to mention that there have been different credible witnesses. Now, a lot of people have lied in the past. We're talking about the guy, like the mayor of Phoenix in Arizona, who apparently saw this big boomerang, massive UFO in the skies. I think it was in 1998 with the Phoenix lights. And then he was too afraid to speak out. And when he stopped being mayor, then he actually said himself that he saw it.
I think this was technologically far advanced. I use the analogy, can you imagine if you took Christopher Columbus and put him in the cockpit of a Boeing 777, what his reaction would be? He wouldn't understand it. He would be convinced that this is something from another world.
In the 90s, a lot of people in Belgium saw an equilateral triangle UFO. Now, these are things that are out there, and we'll let people research further for themselves. If you know anything, please let us know. If you like this video again, be sure to subscribe, like, and share, comment. And also, we're on YouTube, Rumble, Discord. Stay safe out there. We have no plans to kill ourselves. So if we go missing, it's a red flag. This was NTV.